No matter where you go in Oregon or what job you do, the fact is, at the end of the day, everyone wants to come home safely. This season, we visited 9 workplaces across the state and experienced firsthand how they kept employees safe on the job. And even though each was incredibly unique, when it came to safety, it was amazing just how much they had in common. So as our season comes to a close, we thought we'd run down a few of our standout safety tips. Oregonians are anything but ordinary. We're traveling the state to find the weird and wonderful jobs people do, and how they stay safe doing them. I'm Corey Jenkins, and this is Oregon Odd Jobs. Our season began at Oaks Amusement Park, where we learned a little something about redundancies. With hundreds of guests in the park each day, they keep their rides in top shape. Every day, before the park opens, each ride is inspected, not just once, but 3 separate times by 3 different people, ensuring nothing critical is missed. But the rides themselves also have safety redundancies built in. For example, on their main roller coaster, if one safety system fails, there are multiple other backups to keep people safe. Now, if you want to see effective use of personal protective equipment in action, then head out to Boardman, where Oregon Potato Company has you covered. With a PPE vending machine available to all employees, they make sure no one goes to work without the proper safety equipment. Oregon Potato also recognized the need to fix or replace outdated safety equipment, like swapping these old, rusty, movable stairs for new, solid, permanent fixtures. Down south at Homestead Log Homes, we worked with chainsaws. Lots of chainsaws. But even though they were one of the most dangerous things on the job site, they weren't the tool that was causing workplace injuries. Likewise, at the Lincoln City Glass Center, you might assume with all the hot things around that you would see a lot of injuries involving burns, but that wasn't the case either. It turns out when you have something dangerous on a job site, you tend to be pretty careful about it. But sometimes that can lead you to let your guard down elsewhere, leading to injuries you wouldn't expect, like from sanders. Keeping your guard up isn't just about the tools you're using, but your surroundings as well. Whether it be roller coasters, conveyor belts, or forklifts, you want to make sure you know what's going on around you. And there was no better place to learn that lesson than the Oregon Coast Aquarium. When you're cleaning a shark tank, you're going to want to keep an eye out for what's around you, and it's always good to have a buddy close by who can look out for dangers that you may not see yourself. Speaking of buddies, at Oregon State's School of Veterinary Medicine, they know all too well that animals are unpredictable, and there are just some jobs that require a helping hand in order to do the job safely. You may want to prove that you can do something by yourself, but when you're trying to catch a feisty alpaca, you're going to want all the help you can get. If one alpaca is hard to herd, imagine hundreds of sheep. Out on the open plains of eastern Oregon, the sheep herders at Cunningham Sheep Company travel with the flock for months on end. And with nothing to block the wind, it gets cold out there, which is why they take extra precautions to layer up against the elements. Back in the big city, at Oregon Screen Impressions, they print a lot of shirts. And while some of the process can be automated, a lot of it is still done by hand, which means that some employees are repeating the same task over and over again. We learned firsthand that safety is not always about what job you're doing, but the way you're doing it, making stretching and ergonomics an important aspect of day-to-day work. Across town at Oryx Leather, they boast about the quality of their handcrafted work. But when working with your hands as the main part of the job, you want to do everything you can to avoid injuries. At Oryx, they focus on using equipment that keeps themselves out of danger whenever possible, like using a die cutter that only works when your hands are in the safe zone. And there you have it. 10 tips to help you create a safer workplace. Thanks for joining us on Season 1 of Oregon Odd Jobs, and a huge thank you to all the businesses across the state that let us come spend the day with them. Be sure to check out our channel for lots of other safety content, and stay tuned for Season 2, coming soon.